Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be another exploring Florida vlog for you guys, and today I am taking you with us to Weeki Wachee Springs State Park. So admission for the state park is $13 per adult, and children ages 6 and up are expected to pay $8. We got lucky because Annie's only 5, so we only had to pay for me and Josue, which came out to $26. I did want to give you a little warning because we were told to be here early as soon as it opens if we were going to go on a weekend. This park opens up at 9 a.m. By the time we reached the park at 9:15, there was already a long line, and once this park hits capacity, that's it, you're done for the day. They will not let you in, so you will be turned away. We got lucky as we were headed towards the front of the line. That is when the workers finally started to come out and ask how many people were in each party, because it looks like they were starting to hit their maximum. So yeah, if you're planning on going during the summer months on a weekend, be there before 9 o'clock. So the first thing we did when we walked in was check out the shows and what times they were going on, and then plan our day from there. Being that the Mermaid Theater was the first thing that we saw when we walked in, we checked on the time, and lo and behold, there was a show that was about to start at 11 o'clock. Now for the mermaid shows, they start letting you in a half an hour before the show is about to start. That way they can seat everyone and fill in any spots in between. This show is first come, first serve, so there is no reservation system for this. You just have to show up, be in line, and then again, if they hit capacity in the theater, then you have to wait for the next show. And if you saw earlier on the list, there's only 3 shows during the day. So you really have to kind of time yourself wisely on this one. At 10:30, they started allowing us into the underwater theater, and I was so grateful to be out of the Florida heat and into that cool air down there. The theater itself looks small, but it actually fits a lot of people. And as we were waiting for the show to start, they were playing a lot of old footage from older shows throughout the years. I mean, this show has been going on since 1947, guys. It's Florida history right here. When the curtains finally went up, we were treated to a performance of Hans Christian Andersen's Little Mermaid, and it all took place right before our eyes underneath the water. I was stunned by the Weeki Wachee mermaids for at least 35 to 40 minutes. I believe that was the length of the show. So I have a spoiler for you, but I feel like it's a necessary one, especially if you're taking little children to see the show. Around this part of the show, when the princess and prince are dancing, the evil sea witch makes an appearance in the theater as well, and she's screaming and slamming her hands around, and it just scared the bejesus out of all of us. So yeah, just keep that in mind. After the show was done, we came out of the other side of the theater, and we noticed that they had a little playground, and of course Annie just had to go up and down the slides for a little while, and it was okay because since we had left the house early, Josue and I hadn't eaten anything, so he went and got us a little snack while she was playing. And look at these grasshoppers. I believe they're grasshoppers. Anyone who lived in Florida all their life or they know about insects, let me know, but I believe this is a different type of grasshopper. So that was like the first piece of wildlife that I saw in the park, but of course there are the beautiful peacocks just free roaming around as well, and those are so much more interesting. There were at least 2 males that were free roaming throughout the park and a few different females roaming as well. But the males, as you will know, are the ones with the most beautiful colorful feathers, so those are the ones that we really followed around the most. The first male we saw was this poor little guy, and he's actually missing a foot. I don't know if you can tell, but he is kind of hobbling. After we were done stalking the peacocks, we walked on down to the Wilderness Cruise line, and we were going to get on, but then Annie started to get fussy. And we couldn't really blame her because we had waited on a long line to get into the park, then we waited on a line to get into the mermaid show, then we waited for the mermaid show, then we sat through the mermaid show, and she was just tired of sitting. And she was probably getting hungry by that time anyway, so we all just left the cruise, put it off till next time, and decided to go eat something at the Mermaid Gallery.
Say cheese, hi.
I need them to eat.
What do you want to eat?
I want to eat the chicken.
Chicken tenders? Just plain chicken tenders? Whoa, with French fries.
And there's even Dippin' Dots here.
There's Dippin' Dots here. More importantly, there are Dippin' Dots here.
So the food was decent enough. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it isn't, out of this world. Just enough to fill you up. And yes, Annie did get her Dippin' Dots eventually. After lunch, we started making our way over to Buccaneer Bay, which is the water park here in Weeki Wachee. On this day in particular, the temperature went up to 86 degrees with a real feel of 91. So we were all ready to splash around in some nice cool water. And that is exactly what the springs here give you. Cool water. It stays 72 degrees all year long. And that 72 degrees, I know it sounds nice, but when you're first getting into it, oh my God, so cold. When you get closer to the spring, it starts to give off a beach vibe with sand and beach chairs and people who brought their coolers with them and tents and everything. If you forget anything, such as a flotation device for your little one like I did, I felt like such a dum-dum, they are available for rental as well as lockers. They also have some water slides, I believe only 4 of them. Some of them actually empty out into the spring itself. And they have a lazy river where people can float on little donuts around the spring. So that's cool. And once you actually get used to the colder temperature of the water, it was actually very beautiful. You could see right through the water. And yeah, it was such a good time. I was really surprised. I didn't think I would like a spring very much, just because I don't know, it's just something new to me, I guess. And yeah, I actually ended up really enjoying it. So after changing our clothes, we were headed out of the park, and it was a little bit after 3, and I was delighted to find that I could see the last performance of the mermaid show happening, but from the other side. So there's the prince jumping in, there's the little mermaid that's going to jump in after him, and I was in awe of how they did this. I seriously am. Kudos to them. So by this time, with all of the splashing around in the springs, we had worked up our appetites again, and we decided to take a 3-minute drive to Kirin China Grill and give the Chinese food there a try. I had the shrimp in lobster sauce, and it was like a soupy consistency. It was delicious. I highly recommend it. And the workers there were very sweet, very kind, very attentive. So yeah, give them a try. And that brings me to the close of this video, you guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope I gave you an idea of a place where you can go for very little and really enjoy Florida. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and let me know down in the comments below what you would like to see next. Again, if you're not subscribed to my channel, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button now, as well as the little bell that pops up next to it, so that you can be notified of when my next video goes up on my channel. And I hope to see you there. Bye.